We've always liked cycle touring. There's something about going from A to B to C which is just so much more interesting than just riding near your home. You really get the feeling of travel, which you just don't get from circular routes. And being on a bike is a perfect vehicle for seeing the world. You just see everything so much more slowly. It's just the right speed that you're still traveling at a good distance. You can still get lost and get back without losing tons of time. But you are seeing those little bits of detail that you just shoot past if you're in a car. The difference between this cycle tour and all the other ones is that Chooks came with us this time, which is very unusual. And we've always wanted to cycle tour with Chooks. Well, we always had to leave Chooks behind whenever we've done cycle touring, which is a real shame. But we managed to do it by adapting the tandem, by turning it from a tandem to a cargo bike, and then putting a trailer, or basically cutting apart a dog trailer and attaching it to the back. Good morning, Chooks. Good morning. How are you today? You'd like some food? You'd like some food. Ah, you always want some food. Today, what are we doing today, Chooks? I want to go for a bike ride. Well, we can. When we rode here, we picked a route that was kind of suited to the dog, and it was very split up. So it was 40 miles max a day, wasn't it? I think that was the longest day.
Yeah, yeah.
The first day was something ridiculous, like 25.
20 miles or 17 even, yeah.
So she got lots of walks, we stopped lots, we had lots of time, and it was actually quite nice to do it that way and not have like try and do 70 miles a day, rushing, having food really quickly. We actually had time to stop and...
We were beautiful areas, so we stopped and could explore, and we did.
And we stopped in places and walked that we just would have ridden past otherwise.
Remember in Bourton on the water, we followed the river Windrush.
Yep.
Which is the river we got married next to as well, much further up. Down? Up.
Up.
Up into the Cotswolds.
I think so.
Up, yeah, because Whitney's down.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, it was idyllic, wasn't it? We walked all the way around, and she was out walking with us.
And on the second day, we rode to Tetbury, yeah. Tetbury, and on the way we went to a place called the Stump, which is a crazy... It used to be this really old-fashioned sort of A-road pub, and it's now quite a cool... I mean, it wouldn't be out of place in Bristol, would it? It's that kind of vibe.
Craft beers, really well done, stone-baked pizza.
Yeah.
Always had 2 fireplaces on inside, no matter how hot it was. Probably on the heat wave they didn't have those on, but... No. Big capacity, and perfect for our route as well.
Yeah, that was the longest day, 40 miles, but it was fine.
Broke it up.
And then the last day was the heat wave. That was the hottest day, and that was 30 miles from Tetbury to Bristol.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was a heat wave, but with Chooks in the bike carrier, as long as you were moving, the breeze just came through and cooled her down, and us as well, as long as we were moving relatively slowly.
Yeah.
It's pedal power heat versus breeze heat, isn't it, on the bike?
I've just seen a balloon over there.
A hot air balloon!
Which is ironically why we rode to Bristol as well, because the hot air balloon festival was on. That was actually the main reason.
Yeah.
Describe the Chooks chariot.
Well, this is normally a tandem.
Yeah.
And where I usually sit on the back, instead there's a cargo rack.
Yep.
And then we have doctored very safely a dog trailer and placed it on top and secured it very tightly to the cargo rack.
Okay.
And then we post Chooks through this area with treats as incentive towards the back.
It's right there. It's quite comfy.
It's quite very ventilated.
Yeah.
And when we're going very fast, the breeze comes through this area and the sides. And there is the Queen Majesty herself trying to catch flies in a very comedy way.
And lastly, isn't there a hidden
Ah, yes.
gem to this?
So, water bottle.
Yep.
Looks like water bottle.
Okay.
Not water bottle. Little battery.
Nice.
About 20 miles range in there. And 3 simple settings. And I try and keep it in the lowest one, green, all the time, so that that's fair. Because Keith doesn't have a battery.
And it's green on the battery at the moment.
So we've only just started, it's fully charged.
Okay. So if you're doing 40 miles, what do you do if it's only got 20 miles range?
You stop for a nice pub lunch and
Yeah.
you charge it over a pint.
Okay, is that enough time?
45 minutes charge.
Oh, cool.
2 pints worth.
And
1 pint.
this is the motor here.
Yep, it's hub motor,
Yeah.
which we got retrofitted. So we gave the wheel back to Circe, the manufacturer
Yeah.
of this bike, and then we bought the motor and the retro electric kit separately
From Cytronex.
from Cytronex.
Yeah.
Gave Circe this wheel and they re-spoked it, is that a word?
Yeah, they rebuilt the wheel.
Rebuilt the wheel with shorter, really sturdy spokes. And so we've got a spare wheel of this, so we can take this whole kit off, just unclip the battery and swap the wheel back to the normal dyno hub.
Very cool.
Actually.
Very cool indeed.
Bristol, so eclectic and multicultural.
Yeah.
Nice vibe, nice people.
Really friendly, easygoing.
Yeah.
That multiculturalism sort of translates into the food and the people that you meet and the cafes, and it's all different.
Yeah. Good beer.
Good beer.
Great selection of breweries.
Good restaurants.
Fairly dog friendly. Like,
Yeah.
it's really surprising how many restaurants and cocktail bars. You know, all the pubs take
Yeah.
dogs, but there's also a lot of restaurants and places you wouldn't expect that take them fully inside and adore her as well.
It's
This Chooks.
It's a student city as well. I always love student cities. That just they've got a certain young vibe about them. They can be. I mean, it doesn't have the town and gown of Oxford and Cambridge, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot more variation of people's backgrounds here as well.
Of the students themselves.
Yeah. And people that live here. And we've seen the area that we're staying in, Redlands, it really mixes high profile residences and student digs together.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the behaviour reminded me of when we were students, put it that way. Yeah.
Another story.
Another story.
Day. And the other reason we cycled here, it's just such a nice ride, because it's mostly through the Cotswolds, and you just pop out the edge of the Cotswolds and then you're on the outskirts, which we were expecting to be really urban, stopping and starting, and quite a pain with a long cargo bike with a dog on the back. But turns out there's loads of really good cycle network paths.
Yeah,
pretty
crazy.
much all the way to our hotel.
Yeah, you hit the outskirts of Brighton, and then you're straight away you're on an old railway line, and it takes you straight into the centre. And then from the centre we rode up to our hotel, which was in Clifton. Stunning, just really nice, easy way of getting around. Cycling is definitely a thing. There is a fluffy dog coming to say hello to us.
Oh.
It might knock over the camera. Yeah.
Hello.